Hello, I'm Dr. Wickham Simonds from Dr. Simonds Weight Loss. I'm here with Mandy Reed, who's a staff member and started here as a patient, and I wanted to share her weight loss success story with you. Mandy, good morning. Thank you for doing this.
Good morning, Doc.
A lot of you know Mandy from, if you've done the distance program or been here to the Raleigh office, you have talked to her probably multiple times. And so there's some things about her story that I really wanted to bring out. How much weight have you lost total?
72.6 pounds.
That's right. It's a lot. I mean, it's pretty, I try to remember what she looked like before, and it's pretty amazing. So, Mandy, the one thing about you that's pretty cool is that at first you struggled, didn't you?
I struggled a lot. You know this. You know I struggled. I was coming in every day angry to work. I was a big angry person at work a lot. Lovey knows I struggled. Heather, you know I struggled. It was very frustrating, but I was a little bit unique because I was also going through menopause. I had that going against me too. So, and I've always been in the 200s. So I kind of had a double whammy situation going on. So, and you kind of coached me through that and you helped me, and we tried some stuff. It kind of worked, kind of didn't, so we kind of teetered back and forth. Tapiramate was my first. That was my first thing. I had cravings, a lot of cravings, and Mountain Dew was my thing. As we all know, I loved Mountain Dew, and you kind of told me, Mandy, we got to get the soda thing under control. And I wasn't a believer in Tapiramate, and I tried it, and I think it was Hannah that started noticing, Mandy, I think you're losing weight, and I was like, no, I don't think I am. And then I kind of got on the scale, and I was down like I think maybe 8 or 9 pounds, and so I knew the Tapiramate was working. I kind of wanted to push it a little bit further and see if I could get something else going. That's when we discussed ZepBound at that point. I was down 8 pounds on the ZepBound my first week, so that kind of made me a believer in combination medicine, and so I've been on that combination ever since.
Okay, so Tapiramate, which broke you off the sodas, made you less hungry, you crave things less, and ZepBound, which is a GLP-1 injectable, it made you feel full and a whole lot less hungry and a whole lot less interested in eating a lot of food anyway. Is that right?
Absolutely. The ZepBound kept me full. It kind of just turned me off. Like, I just didn't even want to eat anything. I mean, I really kind of had to force myself to eat, and I was really good about that. And what I did eat, it kind of turned me around. And we even talked about this. Protein was my big thing. I wanted to make sure I got my protein in. We always talk about that, and we always talk to our patients about that. Protein is really important. It was a game changer. My portions were they were a lot smaller. Tapiramate cut out all my sweet cravings. It cut out, I didn't want bread anymore. I didn't want sweets anymore. I didn't want soda anymore. So that helped with that. And so, yeah, just keeping me full and just not wanting the cravings between the combo. That is personally what worked for me. So, and that's what I'm still on.
Yes, okay. So it's a great example. I talk about combination drug therapy all the time. Because you worked here, you actually had regular follow-up with the providers here, and we could kind of work our way through this. I think a lot of people think, oh, it's going to be real easy. But I think you're an example of someone who would tell you that, hey, weight loss is hard.
It is so hard. And I talk to patients about this on the phone and in person, everybody's journey is different. It's not easy. I started October 16th was my very first injection. So we're going on a year. So my journey has been a year long of 72.6 pounds, and here I am. So I was not a believer. I'm 50 years old. I turned 50 in March, and my original goal was to lose 50 pounds for my 50th. I didn't make my goal by my 50th birthday, but it was okay. I was not in a rush. I knew I would get there when I got there, when my body was ready. And here I am today at 129.2, and I'm there. Right now I'm ready to go into maintenance, and I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm 5'5", so I've talked to Dr. Simonds about this, and with my BMI, I'm at a good place. I have a family history of diabetes and high cholesterol and heart disease, and I more than anything wanted a healthy BMI, and just with my family history, that was important to me as well, and just to be able to feel good in my skin and in my clothes. And just not be in the 200s anymore like I have been since high school. Everybody, I know this sounds cruel, but I was Mandy McFatty all through middle school, grade school, high school, and I have not been this size since graduation, since senior graduation. So this is a real accomplishment for me. And if I can do it and go through my struggles, anybody can do it. And it's because of this guy right here, Dr. Simonds, and Heather Jones, our nurse practitioner, and everybody in the office that supports me and says every day, keep going. And yeah, I do work here, but I'm also a patient. And so, yeah, I don't have to call. I can throw my head around the door and say, hey, doc, what about this? You know, so it is, I do have easier access, but anybody can call. We have our distance program. Call us if you can't necessarily make it in the office. Call us. We can do it over the phone. We can talk to you over the phone. We can do what we do here in the office just as well as we can over the phone. So, yeah, I always used to say, I'll start it tomorrow. I can start a diet tomorrow, or I'll start my journey tomorrow. But my only question for anybody that's watching, can you start your tomorrow with us and with Dr. Simonds Weight Loss?
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I'm in the business to help people. This is not an easy thing, and Mandy has pointed that out. And we're here to help people through it. And even when it's not going well, to encourage you and search for other things, right? Until we arrive at something that works. And you got to be persistent and do it. But you know, if Mandy can do it, you can be Mandy too. You can be that person in 72 pounds. It's amazing. And I want all of you to experience the same thing. And we've got the tools here to help you. If you'll give us a little effort, stick with it, we'll work with you. We'll find a combination of things that work for you, and this can be your story too. Thanks so much for watching our video, and we'll catch you next time.